If you desire to walk in alignment with your purpose, to live a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment, you've come to the right place. This is Sarah Locke, and welcome to Purpose Unlocked. Hello, everyone. Today I have great news, and that is that we're all going to die. Now, that might not sound like great news, and it might sound like a really depressing way to start an episode, but bear with me because I promise it's not. There is something so freeing in knowing that our time here on earth is limited and that in 100 years, I'm not going to be here anymore. And very likely everyone that I know will also be gone. So today I want to talk about how we can use this information to positively shape our lives. And the first person I want to reference is someone named Alex Hormozi. And he's a very well-known entrepreneur who has been known to have popularized this idea of, well, we're all going to die, so pursue your dreams without fear of judgment. And I've listened to interviews with him explaining that, well, in 100 years, if I'm going to be dead and the person that I'm afraid of judging me is also going to be dead, then why am I worried about them judging me? I should just do the thing. And none of us are going to get to the end of our lives and say to ourselves, oh, I'm really glad that I didn't pursue my dreams just so that my high school bully couldn't judge me or bully me further, right? And that's why the first way that I want us to be using this information is to use it to pursue our dreams without fear and without the fear of judgment or failure, because at the end of the day, the judgment's not going to matter. And what is going to matter is that you're living your life without those regrets. Now, while Mr. Hormozi might have been the one to have popularized this idea recently, he is by far the first person to have come up with it. This idea of using the fear of death as motivation has gone way back to before Jesus times. And I know that because that is basically what the entire book of Ecclesiastes is all about. Now, if you haven't read Ecclesiastes, it's basically saying that whether you are rich or poor, wise or a fool, we all meet the same fate. So this life that we're living, is it completely meaningless? And the author of the book of Ecclesiastes is King Solomon. And he's someone who has achieved great success. He's pursued wisdom and pleasure and everything that he wanted. And yet he's still writing this whole book about how everything's meaningless because none of us make it out of here alive and we all wind up with the same fate anyway. So that left me wondering, well, then what does he want us to get out of this book that he's writing? What does he want us to get out of this story? And in the very end, he says that because of all of this, because we're all going to die anyway, make sure that you're fearing God and following his commands. And in the New Testament, we know that following God's commands means loving God and loving others. So the way that I interpret all of this is that King Solomon has pursued all of these things. He's gotten the success. He's pursued pleasure in all of the things, and yet none of that was able to give him lasting fulfillment. So instead, what we should make sure that we're doing is spending our time loving and in service of others, because that's what's going to bring us the greatest fulfillment. I know for me personally, I've never helped someone or done a community service project or gone out of my way for someone else or someone less fortunate and thought, man, that was useless. That was really a big waste of my time. I've never felt that way. In fact, I've always felt the complete opposite. I think that when we do have the opportunities to do those things, that gives us more long-lasting sense of accomplishment and just service and meaning. And that is why I consider it good news that our time here on earth is limited, because we can choose to use that information to motivate us and to drive us forward. So I hope that you also use this information to fearlessly pursue your dreams and to remember to use your precious time in the love and service of others. So if this has helped you and you found it motivating, please be sure to leave me a 5-star review. That helps me get my message out to more people. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for the precious gift of your time. If you found this helpful, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone you love. Until next time, count your blessings, love yourself, and stay fabulous.